Hello ladies and gentlemen of Makeup Alley. I just wanted to make a quick video of some of my favorite products and what's in my makeup bag. I've had such a great time listening to everyone else, so I thought I'd make one. First we're going to start with some of my favorite eyeshadows. This is my Shui Mora palette. This is the old generation shadows. I am not a fan of the new ones, but even the old ones are completely hit and miss. For example, this Limey green, which is such a cool color, is pretty much unusable because it is so chalky and hard and has no pigment payoff. And then these lovely highlighting shades that I have. And then this top color is one of my favorite colors. It's called olive. It's clearly not an olive color, but it's so buttery and it has lovely payoff, and it's just so gorgeous. I love it to death, and I have not been able to find a color like it in any other line. And then, as you probably know, I am a big Rouge Bunny Rouge eyeshadow fan. I think I have almost all of them. My most used ones are probably Abyssinian Catbird, which is just, as you can see, so pretty. I use it all the time. It works with so many different colors because it's in between that like bronzy and greeny color. And they're shimmery, but they're not that like reflective, frosty, tacky look. And then another favorite is Bejeweled Skylark. As you can see, this one has been like abused to death. I dropped it 2 weeks ago on the floor and it shattered, and it made me very sad. And then right afterwards I learned that the color was going to be discontinued, which, you know, you'd think you'd be able to find a color like that in a bunch of other lines, but I have not been able to. And so I bought another backup. As you can see, that's what it looks like. Normally, it's like a reddish brown. And then, this is Unforgettable Oriole, I think is how you pronounce it. And it's like a light, yellowy, white highlighting shade, and it looks really pretty on the eye if it's like diffusely applied, or you can pack it on for like a really intense highlight, and it's gorgeous. Just like glows in the light. And then another favorite green is Whispering Ibis, which is, it's like a cool tone green, and it's very pigmented. And then there's Rouge Bunny Rouge shadows. They're hit and miss as well. I found there are more hits than misses, definitely. But some of them have lower payoff than others. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. And then I also love the mattes from Rouge Bunny Rouge. They're really buttery and pigmented, and they transfer onto the eye so well. And I've not had any problems with them being chalky at all. As far as liner, I don't use liner that much. I tend to just use eyeshadow wet. But I really like the Laura Mercier, the cake liner. I think this is Mahogany. Yeah, Mahogany. So yeah, that's eyeshadow. And then as far as on my face, you guys probably know, because I use it in pretty much every face of the day, is Armani Lasting Silk. I use number 2, which is a very pale, cool toned yellow, which I have not been able to find a match like it in any other formula, which makes me really sad, but it's okay because the formula and the color is a total hit. Okay, now I'm going to do face stuff. First we're going to start with Becca's Mineral SPF Primer. Unfortunately this has been discontinued. A kind Makeup Alley gentleman has offered to send me a tube when he learned about it, so I think it'll be okay for about another year. I really like it, even though it has pretty crappy reviews, which is unfortunate. It's just a mineral, like physical sunscreen. My skin doesn't really agree with the silicone-y chemical and like Japanese sunscreens also. Have not really worked for me. Even the Biore one that's supposed to like sop up oil, does not sop up oil on me. Then as far as like a setting powder, this is very matte, but I found my foundation wear really is extended with it. I was in a wedding in June that was outdoors in Houston, so as you can imagine, it was very, very hot. And even at the end of the night, it ran from about 5 p.m. until about 12. At the end of the night, my skin still looked like really great in the pictures, and lots of other people's makeup was just melted off by the end of the ceremony. And then also that powder I keep in my bag. Let's see, they make little travel-sized canisters of it with a little sifty bit on the top that you can open and close. And I got it $5. As far as concealer, I don't really use concealer that much because I feel like it actually texturally can be so different from the foundation that it can even highlight your spots. And so this is the only one I've really liked. It's the Precision, let's see, will it focus? No, it's not going to focus. Oh yeah, Precision Retouch or something like this. High Precision Retouch by Armani. It's the number 2 as well. So it matches perfectly. It's a very thin formula. It's very pigmented. It's like, I think it has quite a bit of alcohol and silicones in it. So it goes on really nicely. My skin is not really bothered that much by alcohol as long as it's like not with fragrance, like Chanel foundations, like the Vitalumiere. That irritates my skin a lot. And this is one of my favorite blushes. It's from the Asian collection, Florida Lotus. I think it's gorgeous. I found the baked blushes, I know everyone thinks they're not quite as great, but this is one of the few that I liked. And then Rouge Bunny Rouge, Starina, and Orpheline, which I use pretty much every day. They're kind of like my staples. I usually put Starina, like apply it as a bronzer, and then I put Orpheline on my cheeks as the actual blush. And then my favorite bronzer is the Edward Bess. I think it's Daydream. And I don't mind the scent. I would prefer there wouldn't be one, but of course Edward Bess moved to China and now the quality has descended, so kind of like hoarding that one. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight Powder. I've kind of a baby face, so lots of highlighting doesn't suit me. It just makes my face look really round and not cute. Or maybe too cute. So I don't really use it that often, but when the occasion calls for it, that's what I use. And then we're going to move on to brushes. So I've tried a lot of high-end and like powder and blush brushes. Only liked a few of them. I've usually ended up selling them. And my staples are still the Sonia Kashuk. Of course these are dirty, but that's okay because I used them this morning. This is the big powder brush, and this is the blush brush. I probably have about 4 of each of them because I don't feel that guilty buying multiples. And as far as eye brushes, this is the Shu 5F, which is just kind of, let's see what focus. No, you guys get to see my dorm room, so exciting. No. Okay, well, here's my finger for comparison. That's how big it is. I use this for detail work and to place highlight, and I think Shu's brushes are just fantastic quality. This is the Chiku Z10, the Shu 10 Natural. And these are both Kokutans from Hakuhodo. This is, the one on the left is probably my favorite laydown brush. And then this one I use for liner. These are probably my 2 most used brushes. And then my trusty MAC 217, which I also used this morning. And my favorite foundation brush is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And then I have the Kokutan S brush, which I use for blush as well. I really like it with the Rouge Bunny Rouge blushes. And then as far as brows, the Stila brow pen works great, although my hair is a different color now, so I think I can't use this anymore. Then the NARS primer, and this should be over here. And then with lips, I tend to not even wear lip products that often. I have very pigmented lips naturally, but so when I do a lip, I do a pretty bold lip, but I don't do that often. This is Besame Carmine, which is like a, let's see, can I get the top off without messing the tube up? It's just like a really bright orangey red. It comes out pink on me, which is surprising because it's so pigmented. It's a really gorgeous color. It's one of my favorites. And then I love the Yves Saint Laurent Glossy Stains, and I love Hourglass lipsticks as well. Edition and Muse are probably my two favorites. And that's it for my stash. Oh, and then, big recommendation to anybody, the Shu Uemura brush cleaner is great for cleaning brushes, but it's also amazing for repressing shadows. I did it in a pinch, and it's actually, I think, got some oil in it. Yeah, it has macadamia oil in it, like as a conditioner, so I think it helps bind the shadow together a little bit more. Because you know how people sometimes add glycerin. And then these are my two most used perfumes. I've only recently gotten into perfume, but this is a Guerlain perfume. It's the Mandarin Basilic Aqua Allegoria. And then from Bois 1920, it's Kimono Rose. It's just like a really sweet, well, not really sweet, it's just a subtle, sort of sweet, feminine, rosy scent. Bois 1920, admittedly, is overpriced, but I got this for about half off on sale. It is not worth $150. And then here's my makeup bag. I got it on sale. It's the only reason I would ever buy a Rebecca Minkoff makeup bag. And I love it. It's got like little studs on it. And then a couple weeks ago, I had a pin inside of it, and it burst, and it stained it. So, as far as to what I carry in my bag, I'll usually carry some of my face cream. I've used the Oilatum Natural Repair Cream for about 3 years now. Can't live without it. I order it from the UK all the time. I fly through bottles of it every month. I keep a Sonu Kashuk powder brush, and usually brush as well. Then I keep whatever useless sunscreen I'm trying. I don't like this one that much. It's got too many silicones in it. Doesn't agree with me. But I use it on my hands and on my arms and on my neck while I'm out. Usually keep a liner for touch-ups. This is the Rouge Bunny Rouge. I think it's Vera. I got it from Spooky's blog sale. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's kind of waxy, but that's why I don't like liners. And then whatever random mascara. This is some waterproof Dior Show. It's alright. It's not worth the money that you pay for it. And then so you can see I kept the Ben Nye powder. Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Light. This has been a staple for several years as well. I fly through probably a pan of it every 6 months. Keep a little tester of perfume. And whatever lippy of the day. One day this week I had the Coral Lip Balm from Sugar, which is really pretty as well. It's very pigmented for a lip balm. It's almost a lipstick on me. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I had a good time. It was difficult. I get really nervous, but I'll see you guys around. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.